Welcome to Red Bandana Gaming, the channel where Logan will show you everything. From gameplay to gear, their crew is here to take you on a journey through every atmosphere. Releases to news, you don't have to choose. Red Bandana Gaming is here for you.
Hey everybody, Logan here, and yeah, this is a topic that I always tend to stay away from. It's not political or controversial, it's just I'm not a big fan of, say, mobile gaming. But I don't know, this phone, this new Lenovo gaming phone kind of sparked my interest a little bit. I went bing, and went So for those of you guys who play games on your phone, I don't really. I used to have a Note 10 Plus, and I just dropped to a S20 FE just because, you know, it had all the same power that I needed and did everything else for a lot less price. Still has a great screen, 120 hertz refresh. And I was like, okay, great photos. And then I was like, yeah, I was overpaying for all this, you know, extra fluff, which I didn't need. And I decided to drop it down. But when I go and see something like this, one time I was looking at the Razer phone, I was looking at the Red phone, and then I was like, I don't need all that crazy stuff. It's cool. But then this comes along, the Lenovo Legion Phone Duel 2. This article you're seeing is from GameSpot, but I've actually seen it across numerous other sites. This one just had the best pictures, so I decided to focus on this one, and it gives you a good bit of the specs. So for those of you who are really into this, I think this is actually a pretty, as it says, powerhouse. And yes, it does retail for more than twice the price of a next-gen console, which is kind of nutty. But if we're looking at it here, you can see that it has 6.92 inch display. That's almost a 7-inch screen. That's huge. 2460 by 1080, 144 hertz refresh rate, and it's OLED and a Snapdragon 888. So 18 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM. And up to 512 gigabytes of storage, running on Android 11. Now it has 2 USB-C ports on it. We'll get to the photos in a moment, and the photos are really what I dug, and I thought it was actually a cool design. But it has a 64 megapixel main lens and a 16 megapixel ultra wide. Even though it only has 2, that is nutty. Now, one thing is, if you look at it, I think this also has multiple fans. I would think I was reading. Oh, and there's a pop-up 44 megapixel selfie camera on the front. It has 2 separate 2,750 mAh batteries. Wow. That's nutty. So we're looking at about 1,187. Wow. Okay, so let's take a look at the images. So one thing that I really thought was nifty, because on a lot of phones where you're playing video games, I'm not sure if you guys can see it on my phone, but you know, when you're holding it, sometimes you tend to put your finger on the camera and whatnot, and then if you want to go, oh hey, you take a picture, it's all blurry and it's smudgy, it gives you the little warning that says, oh, your lens is dirty, you should probably clean your lens. Now the thing on this one, your hands would go here. It looks like it has an L2 and R2, L1. That's ridiculous. I think these are buttons as well, but your hands would go on the back, and then the camera module is in the center. How smart is that for a phone? So the better image for this was the white one, in my opinion, and it actually shows a little bit better how your hands would place with the camera module in the center with the pop-up. I think this is nutty for a phone. This is awesome for people who actually do a lot of mobile gaming. I could see this in China and Japan getting big because I know they do a lot of mobile gaming on their phones. That's one reason the Switch is so big and the PlayStation ain't doing so well. But look, that's a fan right there. So it looks not too much different than most Samsungs or Nokias or whatnot in terms of build. Maybe a little bit of an iPhone look right here with these things, but I mean, that's a nutty phone. Look at that. One there, one there. Got the USB in the bottom, turbocharged. You get turbocharged. That's what it says. It just means going really fast. That's just an awesome looking device. I don't know. It's personally, I wouldn't pay that much money for a phone. I only play a couple of games on my phone. I play Elder Scrolls Legends. I played a couple of Power Rangers games that I really don't even play anymore. Pokemon Go. I'm actually looking to see what games I do have on here. Power Rangers, Gears Pop, they killed it, Puzzle Fighter, and I just downloaded Magic the Gathering Arena. So, for me, something like this would just be overkill. But, sheesh. I don't know, tell me what you guys think. Do you think this is a little much? The design is what really got me. The design with the actually being able to hold it on the back and not smudge up your cameras, and then you can even hold it like that if you're playing AR games or whatnot. It's a nifty design. I really think it's a nifty design. If they had a less expensive version, which if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the bottom of the article said so. Let's see. A slightly cheaper standalone phone with 12 gigs and 256 of storage will set European consumers back $799 or just shy of $950. That's not terrible. If that comes to the States. I was honestly looking at, I'm not a big fan of the Android operating system anymore. I just I guess you could say, kind of grown out of it. I preferred Windows OS, and I recently, for a business phone, I got an iPhone, but I got a simple iPhone. I got, I don't know if you guys can see it, this is an iPhone 20 SE. I use it for just work-related stuff and GPS here and there. I do have Pokemon Go on there as well. I think, yeah, and Elder Scrolls Legends, and it runs just fine. Now, it doesn't have all the multitasking I've noticed as the higher-end phones and the higher-end Androids, but I was debating on whether or not to jump to Apple, even though I've never been a big fan of Apple. Their phone seems to be pretty solid, but this phone makes me go, I still have a little while left on this one. It's still, I think I got this in September, October of last year. So it's got plenty of time to come out here in the States. I like it. I would get the lesser model. I don't need that much storage. I don't need the 512 and the 18 gigs of RAM. It's a phone. It's a phone. I mean, God's sakes, it's a phone. But $900 isn't that bad for a price of a phone. I don't know. I'll look into it. Tell me what you guys think. Drop it in the comments below. Does something like this even, entice you? Do you even go, wow, look at this? Now one thing is, it's funny because I have this running. Yeah, I don't think you can see it here. I have this running on both my monitors, and on one monitor it actually has a Dell laptop for $799, which is still cheaper than a phone. The days we're in now, huh? Go figure. But thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below. Head on over to redbandanagaming.com. Check us out over there. Follow us on our socials. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, share this video. You know, tell people. Yeah, see, just the specs on this phone is just ridiculous. Yeah, I even read that it has cooling fans. And man, this is a beast of a phone. Imagine if you're trying to play and you're in a quiet room where a lot of us do, and like if I'm in a meeting or something and I've gone, I could just, that would not be fun. It'd be funny, but not for me. But again, thank you guys so much. Hit that subscribe button. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.